Hello sports fans! Last Wednesday marked the 100-day celebration worldwide to the Rio 2016 Summer Olympics. Locations in 12 countries lit up in Brazilian colors to celebrate that fact. The United States was also celebrating that day. Town Square in New York City crowded with athletes, celebrities, and media personalities. The celebration started off by Bob Costas reporting from Rio. Then there was a fashion show starring three notable Olympic athletes. Ryan Lochte, Haley Anderson, and Jordan Burroughs showcased the opening and closing ceremony outfits provided by Ralph Lauren, which can be ordered online and at the stores of Ralph Lauren and Team USA. I know I'm excited to get my hands on one. David Badai, Carl Lewis, and Nastia Liukin helped light up the 102-story skyscraper red, white, and blue in anticipation for the Rio Olympics. 85 athletes converged on the stage to hear things such as the announcement of who will be on the women's basketball Olympic team, and they are and also to hear Michelle Obama. She started off telling about how much she was a fan of the Olympics, and also to promote her Let's Move initiative, which will help with our country's childhood obesity problem, with the help of Gold Maps, which is an online source that directs people, especially young ones, in the direction toward the sport of their choice, whether it be gymnastics or water polo. And the Summer Sports Federation's partnering with Michelle Obama. She hopes this will help entice 2 million kids to get into sports and stay active. After she was done talking, she tried out some of the sports with some of the kids and athletes, like basketball and fencing. The day continued with autographs, photos, virtual reality, samba dance lessons, and even a zip line. To close out the night, there was a free concert performed by the band Perry, who sang their song Live Forever, which is the official song for 2016 USA Olympic and Paralympic team. Meanwhile, in Europe, the Panathenaic Stadium, which was known to host the first modern Olympics in 1896. 30,000 people came to see the last leg of the Greek Olympic torch relay. The Greeks, with the help of a local pop star, showcased the Zorba dance. Brazilians showed only a snippet of their culture, which include the famous samba dance. Then the ceremony went underway, where Captain Leo, who was there at the beginning of the torch relay, lit the cauldron that was inside the stadium and handed over to the president of the Greek Olympic Committee, who then passed it over to the president of the Brazilian Olympic Committee. The flame, which had been through parts of Greece, including the UN-run refugee camp in Athens and the Parthenon on top of Acropolis, was now going to fly over to the UN and IOC headquarters and Olympic Museum in Switzerland. 13-year-old Brazilian girl, and happened to be living in Greece, Bruno Gabriel Pita, was chosen to carry the lamp inside the UN. In attendance was both members of the UN and IOC. This happened because both the UN and the IOC share similar goals and values. Speeches were both given by the IOC President and Secretary of the UN, who complimented each organization's endeavors, especially the acts of solidarity and inclusion of refugees in the 2016 Summer Olympics. The Refugee Olympic team will be decided upon when they meet again in June. A Brazilian Paralympic tennis player, Natalia Maria, she talked about the importance of sports in her life and the need for equality. She also stressed the important legacy the Olympics will have in Brazil, despite the economic and political problems they are facing right now. After visiting the UN in Geneva, the Olympic flame traveled to the Olympic Museum in Lausanne, Switzerland, carried by an 8-man rowboat. Included a former Czech Olympian in 1960 and a Swiss athlete who recently qualified for the Rio Games. They took the flame all the way to the docks of the Olympic Museum, where the president of the Brazilian Olympic Committee lit the cauldron. The flame has stayed in Lausanne for the past weekend and will travel to Brazil by the 3rd of May, where it will make its first stop at the capital of Brazil, where it will begin its 95-day relay around Brazil.